What's going on, guys? It's your boy Cash, and we are here today. Skeet. We are here today to go over Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel exclusive gameplay online deals from the Bradas HD. I think my coworker was telling me that he got an exclusive ability to showcase stuff. And then even when I was just looking at this, I just searched up Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel because he sent it to my phone, and I obviously need to put it here on my computer so I can record it. And I already see that there's some people asking, is this game pay to win? People are maybe not liking this stuff, so I think it's my civil duty to give you guys my opinion, my MFO on this. I guess this video that probably sprung the other videos that people are saying it might be free to play or pay to win, and I'll give you guys my thoughts on it. I do want to still play it, so do look out for it. I want to see like how it is. I do hope that it's more Runeterra like. I think also hard still, and I'm talking about card acquisition, right? How you get cards is going to be the most important thing. So let's watch this video. Hopefully we get a really good insight on that. What we're hoping very, very much. I don't know why I did that accent. Let's see if he actually talks here, or is it just who is that? What is that? Link summon, link. I kind of hope they have like little things like that for all the cards. That'd be fantastic.
So welcome to my official preview for Yu-Gi-Oh! Master. A big thank you goes to Konami for inviting me down to their offices to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master early back in December, and today
invited this band to the office. I respect it.
I'm finally able to talk about and show gameplay of what I think is best described as the early game content. So that's the
early game
tutorial.
That sounds so weird for a card game.
Two of the solo mode experiences, and of course some PvP gameplay via friend duels. There's a ton of information to cover, as well as my general thoughts.
Okay, that one didn't have like the fancy.
And I'm just
probably only certain cards.
I really love this game so far. And of course, if there's any questions about Master you have,
yeah,
down below in the comments. And of course, if I'm able to, I will try and
I love the animation. I think it's so clean.
Let's dive right in.
Actually have the card attacking.
Now, this is a very basic handheld introduction.
Oh my god, yellow cards.
Overall core mechanics of Yu-Gi-Oh! What monster cards, spell cards, trap cards are.
Yep.
How they work, how to play them, how they function with each other. And what the overall objective of the game is. Getting your opponent down from 8,000 life points to 0. This is very basic stuff, but doing these will
has to have it.
Like gems and a structure deck
exactly.
Dual strategy, or into the solo mode, or even further into your PvP journey online.
Ooh, give me a link summon structure deck in the beginning.
On the more advanced mechanics, what tribute summoning or synchro summoning is, for example, and these are broken down into two main types of activities: practice and duel. In practice, you are once again guided through how to perform a certain action. Here you can see we have the synchro summon tutorial. It's very handheld, but at least for this one, it gave me a choice of what card to summon, so I'm gonna mess that up a lot.
I'm still not too good with the whole spacing and the link summon stuff like that. Now, still gotta learn that better.
Throws you right in against a deck designed to show off that mechanic at a basic level, and you can see here
I'm volcanic
instead of the default structure deck because you can use any deck in your collection for dual strategy.
Yu-Gi-Oh's nuts, by the way. I want to do another video about online card games. And it's crazy to see Yu-Gi-Oh! Making like such a big press like this.
You'll be getting rewards for doing this as well. But now we're on to solo mode, and this takes a dual strategy formula, but fleshes it out even more, with each gate focusing around a specific deck theme and their card lore. I was able to try out the
that's cool.
Which is based around the Monarchs, and the Pyroxene Warriors, which features the Gem Knights. And like dual strategy, there are 4 main types of activities in each solo mode gate. You have Scenario, which is a animated introduction to the archetype. Practice and duel were the same as in dual strategy, and the goal provides an endpoint that's animated again to cap off the story of the lore being told. And of course, we're able to
now I'm assuming they mean like the lore of the actual cards, which I don't know anything about. But that's kind of cool, basing it off the cards, because all of the weirdo games and all of the, I wouldn't say weirdo series, because you know I like me some series. Let me know in the comment section below, what is your favorite Yu-Gi-Oh series? Mine is still to this day 5Ds. I think 5Ds is like the upper right there. Arc 5 is pretty good. I like that they're not going with those stories, because a lot of times they make all the other games based off of those stories. So it's be the Arc 5 game, it's the Zexal game, and you know it's very limited. But when you go by the cards, you kind of have like a way more flexibility to it. And I'm also going to say that they're doing this specifically because of Runeterra and League. I think that this is a smarter way of doing it, because you bring more, I guess, like lore to the game, and I think that people are starting to see that bringing lore to your characters, not just dropping characters, which a lot of games, the gacha games do it, a lot of other games do it. They just they don't focus on lore, and lore is what extends your game's longevity way down the road, because then people fall in love with it. They'll play a deck because of lore. Like they'll just be like, oh, I just played the Monarch thing, so I'm gonna make a Monarch deck. Or you're gonna see YouTube titles, oh, I want to be the #1 ranked guy with using only only using Monarch in Masters or whatever the hell the ranking system will be. People will do that, and I think that's when you make the lore. You make something seem like a really cool thing, and I applaud it. Actually, I applaud it.
Contain rewards such as new cards, cosmetics,
Gym Knight Ruby.
legacy pack tickets, and other consumables for progressing along through each solo mode experience. You'll even get a structure deck when completing the goal objective, which is intended to give you a starting point to craft your own deck from that specific theme. However, unlike your strategy, you can choose whether to use either a loaner deck or your own custom-made deck to complete each duel. And you'll receive different rewards depending on what you cleared them with, which is pretty good. So that means each solo mode duel will be cleared at least twice in your playthrough. And one more thing I want to point out here is just how good the music is for these solo mode duels and scenarios. It doesn't really feel like typical Yu-Gi-Oh music, and I mean that in a very, very good way. It's not like Duel Links, it's something different, and it works, and it's so good.
As long as it doesn't get me copyrighted. I am going to keep pausing it. Don't hate me. But look at the right side. As you can see, that they actually have something that Runeterra desperately needs. Well, technically it does have it, but it doesn't look as fleshed out as that. It kind of tells you everything that is going on. Yu-Gi-Oh's always had that, and Runeterra kind of needs that. Runeterra needs a better recap system of what has been played and what has gone and what happens. But for some reason, they don't do it. Shadowverse and Yu-Gi-Oh's really been good with that. And I love how you can see a quick synopsis pretty much on the right-hand side of what happened.
Number 2. The coin flip at the start of the duel is automated, but the winner then gets to choose whether they go first or second, so it's this nice middle ground.
I love their little avatars. That's cool too. I wonder how many of those.
The timer is set for 480 seconds, which is 8 minutes, but this is only for you. So your opponent also gets a timer of the same length.
So you are timed when you're doing friendlies.
Whenever you make an action or think in response to a card effect, either in your turn or your opponent's turn, but it doesn't go down when animations are playing, and you gain more time as the turn starts. So it seems fair, but our turns were never long enough to actually get a full picture of how this actually works, so I have to wait a bit longer to see just how the timer functions in actual gameplay.
I'm going to pause it there again. That's a big hit to Runeterra. Right now, Legends of Runeterra has an issue with their tournament format where they do have timer going, and the timer actually, and you, if you're listening to this, you might think it's crazy. They actually have the timer going as animations are playing. And if the animations are playing on your response or turn, like, so let's say, if you're not used to Yu-Gi, right? So you play Monster Reborn, and then it's the opponent's turn to counter it. So then you would counter it with like a, let's say, Magic Jammer or something like that. And I forgot how it works specifically, but there's timer running, but it's on a specific person's turn depending on who's responding to what. And in a tournament format, you actually could end up losing because of that, because of the animations. And in Yu-Gi-Oh, which would, you know, this would be terrible, is that there's so many fusion summons and not just fusion, but XEs, rituals. There's a lot of animations that go through, but the fact that they made sure that the timer does not tick when those animations are going through is actually really important. And it gives you a little bit of breather if you are doing some long combo, that you can use the animation time to gather your thoughts. But in Runeterra, it does not work like that, which it actually sucks because Runeterra has longer animations for specific characters, their champions. So for it to not be in here is already smart. It looks like they already probably have a spectator mode, which Runeterra I don't think has. I think they do have it. No, they don't have it, but it's in a weird way that they do it. No, they actually don't. Sorry, they don't. They usually cover 2 streamers or something like that, so they need to work on that, which is weird. Riot is a huge company. Spectating is like the #1 way to have a proper organized tournament, so I don't know why they don't have it.
Number 4. Cards can manually be dragged onto the field and will automatically set themselves if they can't be activated. For example, trap cards, you can just drag them onto the field, into the zone, and they will go there. Otherwise, you do still need to confirm the position, for example, attack mode, defense mode, activating or setting, but it's a very streamlined experience, at least on PC. Number 5, and actually one of the bigger things, in the bottom right corner of the screen are 3 very, very important buttons. The first one on your left is the optional activation toggle, which has been taken straight from Duel Links. If you know that, you know what this does. Secondly, on the right is the duel log, which can be brought up at any time during gameplay. And
that's what I was just talking about.
And it's really good because you can scroll back infinitely without new actions in the duel actually interrupting the flow of your duel log. So you can scroll back to the very beginning of the duel and not be interrupted by things happening on turn 6 or turn 7.
Yeah.
And finally, a new button that reveals all public knowledge in the current game state, such as card types, the top card in the banished and graveyard zones, how many cards are in those zones, what you have set face down.
That's great.
It's also accessible via the middle mouse click, so it's very quick to see during gameplay. You can toggle it real quickly. It's amazing. Number 6, like Duel Links, you can skip the extra summon animations if you want to by clicking anywhere on the screen.
Cool.
Number 7, dual fields have these small interactive elements. For example, here if I click by the stone pillars, a small ritual raven will come out of hiding.
That's Runeterra.
Make a noise, he'll shake a bow, and then run back into hiding. Your mates also have several animations for attacks, victories, and defeats, but also animations for when you click on them. Cyber Dragon Infinity in particular doesn't seem to like being paired. Number 9, like Dark Hole, Monster Reborn also has a unique animation when you draw and activate it. It's really cool and does make the moment of when you play this very classic card even more exciting.
They should add that in. See, a nice little small cool animation. Doesn't have to be crazy. I like those though, but I'm pretty sure that's only for certain cards.
Number 10, a pretty small one, but you can click on the image of a card in the card details UI to bring up a full screen view of that card. Number 11, the game doesn't really waste time with animations, with pop-up boxes for effects happening right as cards hit the field, so the game always feels fast and fluid. Even the big cut-in animations don't really overstay their welcome, and if you do miss something, the
phone call.
There
Contract expired and you lose your coverage. This will hold you financially responsible for all service without your coverage. Press 1 now if you wish to extend or reinstate the vehicle's service contract on your vehicle. Once again, press 1 now or press 2 to be placed on our do not call list and deny this coverage.
I hate it. I hate it here. Alright, back to the video.
See all the information possible. That's one of the big things about this game, is it gives you so much information when you want it. And of course, finally, I did do the Pot of Duality test, which feels plenty fast compared to Legacy of the Duelist, so if you like playing Pot of Duality, you're in good hands. But overall, it feels like it's taken a lot of the best quality of life features introduced in Duel Links and just made them feel even better. And it's why this game felt so good to play. And I cannot wait for the game to drop. Whenever it does drop, I don't know when it drops.
No one does.
When it does drop, it's shaping up to be something very
Remember, all platforms. Cross-play, cross-plat.
And things that have come out since then.
The Dark
Magicians.
Magicians.
Very promising. I'm very excited. And once again, a big thank you to Konami for inviting me down to their offices to play this game early, to bring you this early coverage of Master Duel. And I will leave you with some raw gameplay of Master Duel. Take it in. Enjoy.
I'll probably only see like one,
I'll
watch like one, I guess, duel of it, but I'm not gonna like watch every duel or whatever that he has into this, or whatever he's just showing. Maybe he does like jump cuts, but rip. Okay, so he doesn't like show. He's not showing like for the beginning. Then again, this is Yugi. This could be the first turn. Well, let's see. Maybe I can figure out what turn it is. Turn 4. So, and as you can see, he's on a PC build, so he's relatively activating stuff really quickly. I think this is pretty much basic, but I was hoping to see more of the shop and stuff like that, because this video says that online duel solo mode. Oh no, new features. So I guess that there is no thing with the shop. People were complaining about the shop though. I see what he says about the music though. The music sounds, it reminds me of whatchamacallit, like a Final Fantasy almost, like a battle theme or one of the themes here. So instead of the calm, chill card game vibe, it kind of gives you like a more thrilling vibe when you're playing, which I kind of think actually fits Yu-Gi-Oh, because Yu-Gi-Oh is a way more fast-paced like kind of game. Everything's happening quick, well, unless you're doing this and you're like reading, which is probably all of us. Honestly, there's so many cards and effects and stuff that's going down. Usually these combos that you're doing are very long-winded. So, you get more into that feeling. It's like they're pretty much playing the final turn music all the time, because that's pretty much what it's always the final turn. Also, I realized I could have just looked here for the turn. It says it right there. But you can see he has some of the overlays off. Once he's used to it, probably once he's used to fighting certain decks or used to navigating his deck, or we call it piloting. And he's just going with the flow. As you can see, this is a Yu-Gi-Oh turn. For everyone from Runeterra, anyone that's played other card games, this is, as you can see, this is what this looks like. It sucks. Not that it sucks, but it's something that you have to be used to. A lot of the newer card games, Hearthstone and you know, Magic the Gathering. Well, they're not new, but Hearthstone, Magic the Gathering, and Runeterra, they have this turn-based thing to kind of be more slower and give the opponent, in my opinion, more of a chance. This Yu-Gi-Oh is not about that. Yu-Gi-Oh is about unleashing a holy combo of hell and not giving your opponent that much chance to really react to anything, and then you just destroy. As you can see, doing this, he's summoning. You pretty much dump your hand within the first couple turns, and based off what you've done, it's over. So yeah, I remember the Ebon Illusion. He pretty much summons the Dark Magician. Look how much attack he has on the field. He still can't do anything unless he's gonna. What is he gonna? Yeah, special summon from the thing. Link Shokun. Wait, he's attacking? What? Oh, okay. What does that affect? I forgot what that effect is. He gets to banish a card. What? And now he gets the attack. What? Oh wait, I thought that was okay. I didn't even see him off on the side like that. Yeah, that's GG, my friend. And last but not least, you're dead. Yu-Gi-Oh! And this is the other video. I'll probably watch this right here. This was dropped a day ago. I thought this was the video he originally was going to send me, so I'll look at this. But you see some people are saying it might be pay to win. I see two freaking out about the shop too, and then my thoughts, some more stuff. So I'm just going to watch this video as well. The shop.
Friends list here.
So let's watch this as well, and then give my thoughts on this as well. Yeah, two birds with one stone.
Introduce you to the core of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, the Duel mode. It is time to discover the shop. On the top right of the main menu, several elements are present, including the number of gems you own.
Okay.
These will allow you to purchase items in the shop. The number of unreceived mission rewards is also visible there. Rewards that are, by the way, very interesting. You can also
Very interesting, right? You will like it. It's so cool.
access your friends list here, or your gift box. This area will be reserved for all types of events. You will also be able from here to watch the hottest duels from around the world.
Cool.
In Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, the shop is...
Actually, don't hit me for pausing. I think that's amazing. I love when you could spectate. That gives, not only is that extra content, but it allows you to like actually see like, YouTube's cool and all, but sometimes if you just want to like watch it, you're already in the app or something like that, and you just want to watch a duel and watch people play stuff. That's pretty cool, especially if this allows to tournaments to be watched as well, which again would be a big leg up versus a lot of these other games that don't have features like that. Love stuff like that. I've always loved stuff like that.
It's been designed to be as clear and efficient as possible. Among the
100
tabs,
for one
the
pack?
first one
Nice.
is the one that is likely to be the most frequented. You will be able to buy different packs, such as master packs, or even bonus packs.
Bonus
also
pack.
available for purchase. A search bar is also available to easily access the packs you are interested in.
When
By
you have
clicking on
1,000
pack,
packs.
you will see highlighted the featured cards in the set, which most duelists will want to get.
That's the card I was seeing before. I don't know that
The
guy.
excitement that comes with opening the pack live.
I hate that they say that because that's the whole like the summoning animation gotcha aspect of it. And it's like you will love this because you know you're gonna like that shit. And of course, it actually gives you like a dopamine hit when you summon and you see the sparkles and stuff like that.
Where you might get your favorite card.
Yay!
If you want to get
TUR is
the
nice.
whole deck, then the structure deck tab will interest you more. Here you'll find different pre-built decks that will allow anyone to start playing against duelists.
Cool. Sometimes
Structure decks are
that's
both
better.
a great tool for beginners and a formidable weapon in the hands of an expert.
An expert wouldn't need to make a structure deck, just saying.
In the accessory menu, you will be able to acquire a new mate or a new
mate?
icon.
Oh mate, yeah.
We
Wow,
sincerely hope
this
you've
guy bought
enjoyed
everything.
seeing all the exclusive elements of the game that have been presented over the last few weeks. We look forward to seeing you on Wednesday the 19th of January to learn more about the final feature of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel that you've all been waiting for. The Duel mode.
So the final feature. So the final part after that, they have to drop the release date. I think this is the official channel for the game. Maybe I should subscribe. That would probably be nice. Maybe this is like where Dual Trent, what? Who is that? Anyway, I think that would mean that it will be the actual final thing. But as you can see there, really important, as you saw, like 100 for a pack, 500 for a structure deck. Now, I was joking that an expert wouldn't want to use that, but actually they would. The reason why that they would is that when you are trying to make a deck, and sometimes you saw you could spend 100, that's 5 packs, and get nothing. Meanwhile, a structure deck, depending on what's in it, you can get exactly what you want or build towards something that you really, really like. So I honestly think that might be a really cool thing. But of course, as we all know in the gacha universe, it depends on how fast you gain gems. It says 100. If you're getting 50 a day, that means you can get a pack every 2 days, you know, yada yada yada. Then this game is going to be pretty free to play friendly, and they have to be careful with it because of the fact that, yeah, this is going to be Yu-Gi-Oh has a lot of cards, and though most people are going to probably net deck, and when net deck means they're just going to go on the internet and make it and find a deck and just make it, but they're gonna have to find a balance, because of course they said in the shop, I was assuming that they'll say what you can purchase, but I'm assuming that you can buy gems, and then with the purchase of gems, people are going to be able to buy a bunch of cards, so those people will have the initial advantage by having the cards. Will they be able to pilot the decks? Who knows? But I'm assuming that tryhards, especially people that probably play the physical Yu-Gi-Oh game, might invest into this, because this might become bigger than these physical things, especially, you know, when you got to think about COVID, and then just overall it's on all platforms. You can literally run tournaments on all platforms in comparison to that one shop in your local spot that might be doing it. Now they can host tournaments literally online, so you could, if fundamentally, especially because Shadowverse sometimes has like $1 million tournaments, and I'm not even kidding you, and honestly you could look at the investment of just putting in maybe 500 to 1,000, and I'm sorry that sounds like a lot of money, but you know, $500 or whatever it is into the game, and then you can start winning tournaments because your deck is just up to top notch, and then get that money back. But that's more of a, I think, a high competitive thing, and honestly when you're thinking about competitive, $500 in certain circumstances isn't that much, but that's better than what a lot of these other mobile gacha games do, because a lot of the times you invest money into these mobile gacha games and you don't really get anything back. I think at least if there's a competitive scene, there's some type of, you know, knowledge in my head, or like bomb that triggers that at least I could say, hey, if I put in $100 and get all these cards, I can join that tournament or tournaments down the road and actually get something out of it. That's where it's like pay to win might become a little bit crazy. It might do, but I think that would be the difference between them having a ranked mode and a normal mode. And if me, most personally, I'd be just playing against my friends, so I don't really need to invest money into it like that. If it is cross save like they said it is, then hopefully I could play some offline stuff, like play on my Switch or my phone, and, you know, gather up some resources. It really depends on the grind. I don't think that I've seen a video kind of saying like, you know, you get 5, you know, gems per duel, maybe 5 per win or 10 per win, 5 a loss, and then you could actually farm that up. Or is it going to be like what we experience in gacha games, where there's an actual cap daily, whether they say it directly or not? Even Pokemon Unite technically has a cap. Like they even said like you can't get this currency, you can only get 2,100, I think, of it per week, and you have to wait till the next week to get more of it. They could do that here, or they can just go with the open format of just, as long as you're playing, you can get as much as you want, but just keep in mind that there's like a billion cards, and it's going to take you a long time to get every card. Even if you spend money, you're going to probably need to focus down a certain deck. They also haven't said, not to my knowledge anyway, that they are doing a system where you can't get something twice. And this is something that, not twice, but you know what I mean. After you get a certain amount of dupes, you can't get any more of it. Runeterra has this system, which I love. Once you get 3 copies of any card, boom, you get crafting materials for that. Or if in a pack system, which Runeterra does not do a pack system, in a pack system, maybe those cards do not show up anymore, or do they still show up, but you get the material for it, which would make it fundamentally worse, because they usually don't give you a 1-to-1 ratio. They don't give you the amount. You don't get the amount to craft the same cards. Like if it costs 100, they don't give you 100 crafting for it. They give you like 75 or 50 or something like that for getting a duplicate. So it kind of sucks. It all depends on that. But anywho, I know this video is long, but YFOs in the comment section below, let me know how you feel about Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel and all the more gushy stuff that they're revealing. And hopefully on the 19th, I'll be available to do a video around that time to whatever they're going to reveal at that time. If it's anything big or major, which I'm hoping is just a release date. But this is really big. I feel like this is a really big thing for Yu-Gi-Oh! Especially because they kind of let the other, you know, franchises, the other people kind of like grow out the card online card game meta, whatever, and now they're coming in way later into the game. They're going out on all platforms. They're doing it in a way that pretty much is going to allow them to do it perfectly, you know, and I hope that this is done perfectly. Or else it's going to be a big, huge waste of money, and they should have just dropped another Legacy of the Duelist. But hey, what do I know? Like, comment, subscribe, and just remember that every day at the Kashino is your lucky day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.